Shit, I'm the best thing on her. Shit, I am the shit.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that can end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. When the cop cars try to catch me, cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up. If I let my dogs off the leash, they do my work to get out of Dodge while they eat. Honestly, they can smell the blood in the beef. If they don't leave anything behind that they eat. I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. When the cop cars try to catch me, cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin.
Guys, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. See, y'all don't know about that. Let me stop. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that Eric being Rakim. Huh? Y'all don't know about that moving the crowd. Y'all don't know nothing about that, man. And I tried to turn you on to some of these finer things. Every once in a while, I throw a song in there, too, because I come to my mind when I'm talking or when I'm interacting with the people. It's been a long time, though. On a serious note, it's been a long time, and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back in the basement, talking sports with you guys. Now, I'm going to keep it honest. Unfortunately, my teams have been doing that well. It's not like I'm coming back with great news about the Bears. Because I'm not. We're losing right now. On a 2-game lose streak. Right now, the NFC, let me take that back. I'm sorry. The AFC South is getting the best of us. Right now, we 1-2. And we play 3 South teams. Tennessee, Houston, and the Colts. Now, guys, let me say this about my team. It's not like we're getting blown out. Not like the games are lopsided. We got chances to win the games. We had the opportunities, but we have not been capitalizing. But look, we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that. We are definitely going to have a conversation about this. But with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I promise you I do. It's good to come to the basement, talk sports, and have you guys here to entertain and to enjoy and to interact with. Damn, Mom and Eyes. I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to have to reevaluate our friendship with a statement like this. Damn, she said, I would say, y'all coaches trash. Woo! Look here. Mom and Eyes, I can't fight you. I wish I could. I wish I could argue. I wish I could put up some type of barrier fight. I can't. It's a point I can't even disagree. I can't even disagree with her. Right now, that's what he's looking like. He might be down at the unemployment office here about halfway through the season if he don't get his shit together. She said, he refused. He's not it. Damn. Well, let me say this. At least y'all got a winning record right now. I mean, we 1-2. Y'all 2-1. Y'all doing better than us. Now, with that being said, we can turn it around. It's early in the season, only 3 weeks in. Look here, this ain't like college. You know what I'm saying? You can make the playoffs and not be undefeated. Matter of fact, you can make the playoffs with a losing record. We've seen this before. She said, we need Lance Briggs as a head coach. Damn, that's a blast from the past with that name. Hell of a linebacker. From Arizona. That's where he played at. With that being said, hey, if Lance Briggs can coach, I'll take him. We struggling. I can't hold that. We are struggling. But let's talk about these other sports. Look here, I'm not gonna let you get me all the way down to the ground. I can't do that now. It's tough. Look here, I haven't been in a sports bar. Damn, I used to go on a weekly basis, right? But I've been chilling at the crib. I said, let me stay home a little bit, chill out, watch the game at home. Because, man, look, I'm not going to front y'all guys. When I watch the games, man, I get animated, I get loud, I get boisterous, and I don't want to be bothered. But I'm married now. So I'm going to be bothered. So I got to get to these goddamn sports bar more often. I got to get to the sports bar more often. Something's got to give. No, but on a serious note, I used to go to sports bar on a regular, right? I used to go every week, every Sunday. I'm in there usually from about 12:30 to about 4:30. I go up there and chill. The meal of choice would be the grilled chicken sandwich, or I usually eat the crispy chicken wrap. As you can tell, I'm a man who loves chicken. I love the Yardbird. But with that being said, I've been going lately. So this was the first time I've been in a long time. And when I was there, it was crowded. Usually about week 3 or 4 kind of starts to die down. The first season, goes on, the first 2 weeks, usually crowded, usually sold out, take a number, take a seat. Usually about weeks 3 or 4 kind of dies out. But guess what? Week 3, and they were still jumping. So maybe I have to wait till about week 5 or 6 this season and see if they still jumping the way they are and don't have to worry about waiting for a seat. Usually you just come on in. But I usually have a group there. But unfortunately, I got there a little late. Normally, I try to get there about 12:30 or so. And I got there probably about 1:30. So I was a little late. Get to the sports bar. The group I normally sit with, one of the guys brings his fiance with him. Now I don't understand this, but that's his thing. That's his thing. Usually, normally it's not a lot of ladies. That's just usually the hard ankles. But he brought his fiance. I guess he want her to experience the opportunity of seeing football. Unfortunately, she had this ugly ass Lamar shirt on. From a Baltimore Raven fan. She was sporting a Lamar Jackson shirt. Shame on her. She should have had a Caleb Williams shirt on. Maybe I need to get her a Caleb Williams so she could sport a future Hall of Famer who's going to eventually, hopefully, win the Super Bowl. Hell no, I'm not going to let you go. I went to the sports bar to get peace. You want me to bring the chaos to the sports bar? That guy did bad. He was wrong. I'm not wrong. I know the rules and regulations. Don't say I don't love you. I just need time to chill with the fellas, partake in some good eating, and a lot of football. I said, don't hate. Never that. Average man, what's going on, brother? Look, guys, ladies, let me say this. Allow us to have our space to watch football, watch sports, to be entertained by the game. We don't want to be answering questions. We don't want to be asked on what's happening, what's going on. We don't want to hear about the troubles of the day, what happened at work on Friday that you could have told me then, but you all of a sudden decided to tell me on Sunday while watching the game. If something's broken, it'll be fixed after the game. If something needs to be addressed, it will be addressed after the game. During the game, unless the house is burning down, please do not disturb. And guys, we got to hold to that rule. We can't waver on it. We can't falter. We can't bend it. We got to hold steadfast, fellas, because if we don't, they will invade our space and we'll never get it back. I go to watch and teach my girlfriends. I know that's right. Go to learn. Almanac says, I go to the sports bar to learn the game. Guys, you can learn more by watching. I promise you can. But with that being said, y'all not going to let y'all distract me now. Y'all trying to, first of all, you're halfway trying to get me in trouble with the old lady. And then you're trying to distract me from the important conversation. And that is football. That is God's sport. That is what God loves. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us with football. Brother Bolo said, blessings, Brother Hank. Bolo, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, sir. He said they already took over the cigar lounge. Average man, we ain't got no place. Damn. A man don't have a place for sanctuary. Whew. I don't know what to say. Where can we get our peace? Guys, it's a lot going on. Let's keep it real. There's a lot going on in the sports world. A lot going on in the sports world. And the other day, there was a fight. There was a fight on the other day. Joshua Anthony had a fight. He fought in a fight, but he did not win. Let me say that right now. He got embarrassed. This brother embarrassed him. I don't even know who this brother is. I never heard of him. But when I seen it, he embarrassed him. Guys, I did you a solid. I brought you some highlights just in case you didn't get to see the fight. Thank God I got this app. Apollo TV. Got the opportunity to see all the pay-per-views, all the fights, UFC and boxing. If I was into wrestling, like I used to when I was a kid, I'll be watching that too. But I'm not. So I watch other sports that are real. But I did watch his boxing match. I watched it. Let me take it back. I watched the replay. I didn't watch it live. I watched the replay, got to see it. And Anthony looked bad. He looked bad. But I gotta say much more. Let's roll the footage. Let's see what the footage has to tell us. Let's check out some highlights for the fight. Now, look, guys. I'm gonna need for y'all to hit the like button for your man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So I'm about to show y'all some highlights. We're gonna have a conversation about it. For anybody who wants to talk about it. Let's go.
A little bit more now, Anthony Joshua. They went for the haymaker. Huge right hand. Needs to step in with a big. The legs are gone again. And he's down. His gloves touched the ground. The referee didn't do anything about it. It's down again. They'll call that a knockdown. Is he going to let him continue? I think so. Oh, good shot from Dubois, straight away with the jab. This could be it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Watch a comeback. It's over. There's no way back from this, surely. 6, 7, 8. The towel's in. It is over. A dynamic, destructive, dynamite performance.
Jesus Christ. Hey, man. Hey. Look here, man. Let me say this about the fight. Let me say this. So the guy name was the Bulls. Right? It was an upset. For those who are gamblers and decide to use the local apps or at your local pub or facilities, wherever you can place your bet at. 4-1 underdog, my man was. Guys, that means if I put $100 on my man to win, I'm getting 4. I like them odds. Good odds. My man went out there and wore his head out. Wore him out. Look, man. Anthony, he's been having some rough bouts. You know, I know y'all remember my man Ruiz. He beat him. You know, of course, that was an upset, and there was a whole lot of controversy behind that whole situation. But then, yes, he had the rematch and was able to defend him, beat him, and get his belt back. This guy's just straight up embarrassing. It wasn't like Ruiz with a lucky shot and called him slip. No, dog. This guy just straight up and beat him. Straight up beat him. So it wasn't like the boys didn't have a belt. He had a belt. He had the IBF heavyweight belt. For y'all don't know, this first time Anthony's been knocked down. Now, he's been knocked down before, but never been knocked out. He was knocked out. I mean, it was bad. Y'all seen that kid? His legs wobbling. Looked like he might have twisted his ankle. Messed around, tore his ACL with the way he was wobbling his knees. Hey, man. It wasn't even close, man. He beat the brakes off the body. He beat the brakes off the. And the bad thing about it, 98,000. 98,000 fans was in attendance at Wembley Stadium in London. Andy Josh was at home. It was home fight for him. Now, this is the boys guy. I don't know where he's from. I don't know really a lot about him. Like I said, somebody said a no name. Damn. And that's what that man said. Got beat by an unknown. He said, I don't know who's worse. Joshua Wild. Hey, it's kind of hard to say. They both lost bad. But I guess Wild, he lost two times. I mean, he lost to the Gypsy. Then he lost that next fight. It was rough. Now, I don't know. Andy Josh may bounce back and, do something in the next fight. I don't know. But he's looking bad right now. It's looking bad for the home team. It's really looking bad. The heavyweight, the thing about boxing is, in my opinion, when the heavyweight division is on, boxing is great. Boxing's at its all-time best. But to me, like I said, it's my opinion. When the heavyweight division is not at, top notch, or it's not its best, where you got some really good fight, I really think it hinders the rest of the class. And the reason why, the chances of knockouts are more so in the heavyweight. And that's what a lot of people won't see. A lot of people love to see the knockouts. They don't want to see the guys like Floyd who just win by scoring all the time. Nobody wants to see this. It's not entertaining. It's not. I'm just being honest. I like Floyd, but nobody wants to see a guy just winning on points, winning by decision. No, they come to see the knockouts. They come to see the big knockouts. They come to see the upsets. That's what people want to see. And so guess where you're going to get it? In the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division is going to give you everything you asking for. But right now, the heavyweight division is not where it should be. Now, will it get back? I hope so. Because right now, you got the middleweight class is really carrying the boxing, truth be told. But even that's hit and miss. Even that is hit and miss. But let's keep it going. Guys, I don't know if you know, if y'all of a certain age remember my man Reggie Bush, right? Reggie Bush was a hell of a player in college. Played 3 years at USC in the Pac-12 at the time. He won 2 titles. Was going for 3. But my man, Vince Young said, no. Not so fast, my friend. So they didn't get to win that 3rd one. But with that being said, Reggie Bush was an electric player. Probably one of your best all-time running backs in college. Let's be honest. There's a lot of good running backs came out of college, but Reggie Bush was one of those ones who's very electrifying. Who's going to have, man, you see the Reggie Bush highlight, you done seen a game. If you ever got the opportunity to see that game, a play like that in person, man, you got to see a game. Now, I never had that opportunity. I was never blessed enough to see that him play in person. As far as a college player. Now, NFL, I got to see him play when he played at the Saints. I went to the Saints and the Atlanta game before and got to see Reggie Bush play. Now, I think it was his 2nd year. I think it was Deuce McAllister was still starting. But I think that game he was questionable or didn't play, and Reggie Bush got the opportunity to carry the rock. But with that being said, Reggie said, hey, I'm suing the USC. I'm suing the Pac-12. I'm suing NCAA. Why? NIL compensation. Reggie said, I want my money. Look here, guys, y'all screwed me out of a lot of money, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Damn near, I could have made millions. You know what these young boys are getting now? They get millions. Imagine what Reggie Bush would have got in his time. Likeable type guy, well-spoken, great player, was up for the Heisman, won the Heisman, and was up for a running again. But he got beat out by his teammate, his quarterback, Matt Leinart. But with that being said, imagine Reggie during that time. Well, guess what Reggie said? I'm going to get my money. I may not get what these other guys going to get, but I'm going to get my bread. You know how I'm going to get it? Through a lawsuit. Former Southern Cal football star Reggie Rice filed a lawsuit Monday against the NCAA, the Pac-12. The big to recoup money made his name, image, and likeness during his career. He said, I got to get my bread. You cats are playing. I want my money. I want my daddy's records. For those who don't know, that is a Fred Sanford reference when Bubba and George was trying to get the records of my man's late father. Now, it was all a scam. It was all a scam, but that's what he said. I want my daddy's record. That's all he kept saying. Blind Mellow Jelly. Reggie said, I want my bread, man. Don't play with me. I ain't to be played with. I want my damn money. And then you got guys like this. Matthew, nobody give a damn about the Minnesota Vikings. Let's talk about your first love, and that's Cleveland. Don't talk about Minnesota. First love is Cleveland. Now we know that's your team. Now you gonna what you gonna do? I'm gonna ride with the team that's winning. Cleveland ain't winning. I'm gonna ride with my team. I got two teams. So one team ain't winning. I'm gonna go with the team it is. He said, I see Maurice Clarett play. He wasn't no Reggie Bush. Matthew, he wasn't no Reggie Bush. Now, you may not be old enough to remember Reggie Bush. He ain't no Reggie Bush. Maurice Clarett was okay. Well, let me say this. He was okay because I think he only played 1 year and then tried to go to the league. But, that's a different story. Man, this dude is a hater, man. No, never that. Never that. Just a true fella. Travel once said, greeting, Mr. and Mrs. Hink. A quick flyby. What? Chucky is out of the box. Chucky's all the way out. He's all the way live, too. Chucky's in the back, hanging out. Matter of fact, I got him a new toy. That axe in his hand. Got it from the Party City at the Halloween decor. Halloween's around the corner. If you go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's, they got the decoration out, ready to scare the little childrens. If you guys who are looking to hand out candy, my recommendation is go to Sam's and get the bag by the bulk. Save you some money. I remember him. I remember Reggie and Lindell White. Yes. Lightning and thunder. Well, guess what, Matthew? Reggie said, I got to get my bread. I'm not going to allow the NCAA to screw me again. They got me once. You're not going to get me again. So guess what? He filed a lawsuit. And I don't blame him. So for those who don't know, Reggie did get reinstated his Heisman Trophy and all his Heisman privileges. So if y'all not see the commercials where the Heisman House, the new ones, they had my man Daniels. I can't think of my man's name from play with LSU's, play with the Commanders now. But he was in the commercial, and him and RG3 was walking through the house. And they unthawed him. He was frozen in Heisman suppository, I guess is what they call it. He was frozen there in time. But they let him out. So I like that little play on the situation. I thought that was good. Shout out to the Heisman House. My man, Matthew, come back. He said him and Tebow deserved a lot of Yeah. Tebow's probably the best quarterback to play college. Y'all heard it first? The best quarterback to play college. Matthew, don't say Maurice Claret's name in the same sentence as Reggie Bush. Look here, guys. When I tell you Reggie was electrified in college, that dude. Reggie was that, man, look. Reggie would put on the show. Reggie would cut back right. Didn't see nothing there. Hit him with the jab step, bam, bam. Then he come all the way over to the left and just turns it up. Reggie was good for that at bounce out. You know what I'm saying? I know the play was set to go up the middle, but Reggie said, the hell with the middle. Too many bodies there. I'm bouncing it to the right. And it was number daylight as soon as he made one or two moves, and it was on. He was gone. And you wasn't catching him. You wasn't walking him down. Wasn't nobody walking Reggie down like that. No. That wasn't the case. Matthew said, Tommy B, how about that redhead Andrew Dalton? You mean Andy Dalton, not Andrew Dalton, but I know what you mean. But before I go any further, let me recognize one of my biggest haters, a.k.a. Big Ant 11 with the $10. The $10. Shout out to the $10 super chat, my man. Big. Shout out to the brother. Hey, brother, I appreciate you. I promise I do. But you be hating on the brother. Shame on you for being a hater. But I appreciate your donation, and I thank you for your service. He said, what's up, he? Did you see Anthony Joshua get his ass? Yes, I did. I even played a highlight. He got beat to sleep. Legs wobbling. It was over. For some reason, I'm trying to figure out why the ref was saving his ass. I mean, like my man said, the gloves hit the ground. That should have been counted. Should have been over. He was letting him go. Little buddy said, hey, man, you ain't. He kept swinging. He was damn near in the squat. Still swinging on little buddy. Man, ref better stop this. He gonna get killed out here. Yeah, Big Ant. He beat that man to sleep. It was over. He was so dazed. He tried to get up. He fell back down. Referee, I don't know what he was thinking. Bell said one time, he was able to get up, damn near crawl to the corner. It was bad. 41 odds on that man. So somebody got paid. Somebody got paid. He time Tommy out trying to kick his ass because we winning and they losing. Damn. Sorry, I don't know losers like the redhead. Hey, man. Look here, man. Look. Matthew, I understand what's going on here now, dog. I mean, look here, let me say this, Matthew. You're feeling good. You're feeling yourself right now because Minnesota's 3-0. I can't front. Y'all undefeated. Y'all the number one team in the division. But let me say this, brother. We got a long season ahead of us. And I don't know if Sam Darnold's going to be able to hold up the fort much longer. I don't know if he got it in it. Because what we've seen before in Sam, he finds ways to choke games out. Y'all remember the Jets? Y'all remember when that man said he was in New York and he's seeing ghosts? He was getting beat down so bad. The man thought he was in Pac-Man, and he seen Blinky, Pinky, Cool, and Blue, whatever the ghost name is. That man said he seen ghosts. Well, guess what comes happen in October? You got to see the birds. And I think by then, we're going to be all right. Look here, let me say this. Our defense is not playing bad. It's not like teams are blowing us out, are killing us. We got a few tweaks we need to do, especially on the offensive line. We got to block for my man. We got to. But also, Caleb got to stop turning that ball over, man. And there's a questionable play calling when we got on that goal line as well. It's a few things we need to talk about. We're going to talk about when we get to the NFL talk. But there's a few things. Brother Jeff, welcome. He said, what's up, big brother? Let me say this. Minnesota's getting lucky right now. They take advantage of the situation. They looking good. But what we don't need to be doing is putting out bullshit like this. I'm going to see you in New Orleans, Hank. Tell Caleb better luck next year. See, when you make statements like that, Matthew, you know you're about to jinx your team, right? I just want to let you know you're about to jinx your team. Hank, you was right about that lady, boy. You was finally right. I love it. Hey, man, you ain't going to keep on disrespecting my quarterback, calling him a lady boy. But, man, every said I like the new setup, brother. I appreciate it. I got more things to come. I'm still unpacking. Y'all probably can't see it in the camera view, but I still have like about, Jesus Christ. I ain't going to say how many. There's a lot of boxes over there. And most of them is my Funko Pops. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are Funko Pops, and they will be in the entertainment room. So that's what I got to set up now. For the base members, I'm gonna let y'all get a behind the scenes look at my office, and y'all gonna get to see the behind the scene footage. And when I'm getting done with my entertainment, because I got to get my TV put up. My TV's not put up yet. I got a TV that hasn't been put up yet. My love seat has not come in. I'm pissed off. My love seat, no, let me take it back. My love seat came in. My couch didn't. Now it's supposed to come in October, but for some reason they sent it early. But my couch, they didn't send my couch yet. So I'm waiting on my couch for downstairs to be delivered. It's supposed to be delivered sometime in October. But I got to get my TV put up. My TV hasn't been put up yet. So I got to get a new bracket. I got one down there, but I don't trust it because it was down there before I moved in. And I don't want to use the bracket down there because I don't know if it's certified for an 86-inch TV. All right, so I got an 86-inch television that I need to put up, but I don't want to trust their brackets down there. So I'm going to buy a brand new one, and I'm going to get it put up. The other one, I got one in the living room. I got one in my office I got to put up. My TV, I got to get my TV up in my office. I got one in the living room we got to get. We got one in my bedroom we got to get. And then we got the one downstairs we got to get. The wife said, no, Hank, they don't need to see my. First of all, you hear what she said, my, but she had to correct us at our home. That's right. Let's get that right. That's my sanctuary, sweetheart. Big boy TV, 86 inch. Yes, sir. Look here, guys. We got to be able to watch movies on that thing. And guess what? When I host a Super Bowl party, guess what they're going to get to see it on? 86 inch. Don't play around with it. Hey, come on. We not doing the baby TVs here. Smallest TV I got is 55. Oh, let me take it back, 40. I got a 40-inch. 40-inch TVs in the spur bedroom. So spur bedroom's got 40 inches. My bedroom is a 55. And then my TV in my office is a 55. The one in the living room is 65. The one in the basement is 86. So we won't be TVs all the way around. Shout out to my man Matthew coming with some more hate, I'm sure of. This should be... He said, this should buy me a Joker too. No Bears posters. Well, Matthew, I appreciate the $2 super chat. The hell with you and these value jokes. We don't give a damn about the Cleveland Browns or the Minnesota Vikings. Y'all lucky right now, but guess what? In October, y'all ass is grass because y'all got to play them Bears. He said, Matthew said, this is a great year to be a Viking in Ohio State. We'll have the last laugh. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know about this Minnesota. Now, Ohio State, y'all might be doing some things out there in the horseshoe. But this Minnesota Viking love, he might be stretching with that stuff. Bro, can someone find Justin Fields? Look here, man. Trey, I feel like you're taking a shot right now. I'm going to say this. I still have a soft spot in my heart for Justin Fields. I really wish Justin Fields could have been on our team. If y'all have not heard, I did shoot a video expressing my regrets for what my team has done and not keeping Justin Fields and building him around him. But that's not left for me to talk about. You know, he's no longer on the team, so I got to move on. But doesn't mean I can't watch him from a distance. Just as I heard playing ball, got Pittsburgh winning, they 3-0. My team 1-2. I ain't gonna front, man. I'm feeling some type of way. Richard Frost, welcome, my guy. Haven't seen you over here, but welcome. I appreciate you stopping through. Let me know who your team is. My man said Browns should have beat them bum-ass Giants. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about it. Look, before we get into that, I got to talk about one more thing. Before we get into the NFL talk, there's a couple things I want to talk about. One of the things I want to talk about is Utah. Utah's got a good team, guys. And for those who do not know anything about Utah, they got a coach down in Utah, man. That's a hell of a coach, right? He's a hell of a coach named Willingham. Now, for those who do not know about my man Willingham, he's been at Utah for a while. I want to say it was 6 years at least that I know, right? He's been there for over 6 years. And every season that I know that he's been there, he's been winning. Guys, excuse me. If any of these programs who are what we consider a big name program was to have a job opening, one of the first coaches they need to be talking to is Coach Willingham from Utah. He's one of the coaches that every big name program should be trying to get at, to try to persuade to leave Utah to coach at their program. Somebody like Florida needs to be getting with Coach Willingham, right? If LSU decide to let Brian Kelly go, they need to be getting with Coach Willingham. If Miami didn't have Cristobal, they need to be getting with Coach Willingham. If things don't work out with the Oklahoma coach, they need to be getting with Coach Willingham. Look here, man, that guy's a hell of a coach, man. And this year, his first year in the Big 12. They're 4-0. And they had a big statement game, the first Big 12 game they played in the conference, and they beat one of the favorites to win the Big 12 in Oklahoma State. So for those who don't know about Oklahoma State, they got a coach named Coach Gundy. He had the famous news conference where he said, "I'm a man. I'm 40." I don't know if y'all remember. It was during the time where his quarterback was going through a rough period. You know, there was a lot of bad press being written about the young man. You know, he's young. He's probably about 20, 21. And he's young boy. And so they were writing a lot of bad press about him. And Coach Gundy had during his press conference, really gave it to the press and really gave it to the media, talking about, hey, y'all taking shots at the young man. The young man doesn't deserve. He's out there fighting. He's out there competing. And he made the statement, look here, talk about me. I'm a grown man. I'm an old man. I'm 40. That was him making that statement. Well, he's a good coach, too. He's been at Oklahoma State probably over 15 years now that I think about it. He's been there for a while. And they was both undefeated going into that game. Both 3-0 and playing their first Big 12 game of the season. And Utah upset them. Ended up beating them 22-19 on the road. So it wasn't like, they came to Utah, they played a good game, and they beat them. No, it was road win. Utah went down to Oklahoma State and beat them. That was a signature win. Because like I said, right now, Oklahoma State was the favorite, the odds-on favorite to win. And another key factor in it, they was playing with a freshman quarterback. Because they was without their senior quarterback and Cam Rising. Didn't play. So they had to rely on a freshman, a true freshman, Isaiah Wilson, play quarterback and won that big game. So imagine the confidence they gave that young man. Imagine the confidence that it gave that team. Guys, again, Willingham's a hell of a coach, and whoever's out there at one of these supposedly big-time programs and looking for a coach, man, if y'all not knocking on this man's door, if y'all not hollering at this man's agent, if y'all not in this man's ear saying, hey, I got a job over, we're ready to pay you $10 million a year, let's do this. Y'all fools. Y'all got to be some damn fools because that dude's a hell of a coach. Now, if he turns you down, he turns you down. Ain't nothing you can do it. But guess what? If I'm the AD, you got to tell me no. And I might hit you up a couple times. I'm going to hit you with that $10 million. Bam, I got $10 million in my hand. What you going to do? What you going to do? I may come back if I ain't found another coach I feel like is going to be suitable 2 months later. Hey, man, $12 million. What you going to do? You got to tell me no. You got to tell me no because, hey, I'm going to put my bid in. And with Willingham being the coach that I think he is, he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. He said, I'm done with watching. Put in 30-30. Tommy said Florida State. I don't know if Florida State's going to give up on my man just yet. I don't think – look, Florida State just went undefeated last year. People quick to forget that. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, Jordan got hurt, didn't get to compete in the ACC title game or in the bowl game that they played. Will that made a difference? I don't know. Let me say this. If that quarterback Jordan didn't get hurt, they would have been one of the teams in the Final Four. Because they would have still been undefeated. I think with him getting hurt, that's why they probably said, yeah, it's not going to be a good look. They put him in the Final Four with their starting quarterback out. But if he didn't get hurt, they would have been a Final. Now, I don't know about them if they would have won or not, but they at least would have been in it. So again, they went undefeated last year. So I don't know. He's got a lot. He's got a little leeway, Tommy. This might not just be the year after this year to fire him. Maybe about 2 years down the road, they may look into that. They may they may have one of them come to Jesus meeting with him and have the conversation and go from there. But yeah, I don't. I just don't see it after this season. I don't. I know they're not doing too well. I think they 1-3 now. Lost 3 in a row and end up finally winning this weekend. So I don't know. I don't think it's the time. I don't think it's the year. So, like I said, maybe a couple years down the road, they may say, "Hey, yeah, we need to pivot and make a transition to somebody else because this guy, he just ain't cutting." And I know he had an undefeated season, but this is not it. This is not it. He said, "This is not it." My man Jeffrey said, "I remember that with dude. That is a classic clip. If y'all have not had the opportunity to check it out, do me a favor, get on YouTube and check out the Mike Gundy clip when he has his press conference. You will laugh. You will enjoy it. But let me say this: coach like that, that's who you want. If I was a player and my coach did that, I would have nothing but love and respect for that man. Standing up for me like that, ready to, stand in front of the firing squad and take all the bullets. Hey, I got nothing but love and respect for my coach if he did that for me. Nothing but love and respect. Shout out to Coach Gundy. One more thing I want to talk about before I get full blast on this NFL, because it's obvious somebody like Matthew wants to talk about it because he's happy because his raggedy team is 3-0. Okay, whoop to do. Who cares? Nobody cares. Your team is 3-0. Y'all just got lucky. Bullshit. But let's keep going. Look here. I want to talk about the Deion thing and Deion Sanders. Deion, man, they winning. They had a big win the other day. A much needed win. If I must say so myself, a much needed win that they needed. Especially going into a Big 12. To me, like I said, the Big 12 is it's a lot of good teams in there. All right, it's a lot of good teams, and 2 of the teams played already with the Utah and Oklahoma State. The one thing about the Big 12, you don't have the old guard bullies of Oklahoma and Texas in there no more. So you don't have to worry about them guys. But you do have like a mixture of other teams that are, I ain't gonna say, they down there just killing it, but they still they compete. They got some competitive teams down there in the Big 12. And so with that being said, I think Colorado can compete. Now, I'm not gonna sit there and say, hey, they're gonna win the Big 12. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Right now, Colorado sits at 3-1. Right? They 3-1 on the 2-game winning streak. They 1-0 in the conference. That's a good thing. They beat Baylor. Baylor usually is traditionally they're a good team. you know. Um, so they out there competing. They out there competing. But right now the team to beat, is Utah. Utah is probably with that win over Oklahoma State. That puts them in the front as front of the pack as far as the Big 12. Of course, you got some other teams. I think a lot of people forget about a team like University of Central Florida. And yes, Central Florida is in the Big 12. I know, I understand. It's unheard of, but it is what it is. That's what the Big 12 had to come to, man. They just had to scramble and get some teams in there. They had to do what they had to do when you lose the likes of Texas and Oklahoma. You gotta fulfill the need. But with that being said, you still got some of the traditional Big 12, like the Texas Tech and the Kansas States. You got those traditional Big 12 teams, them and Kansas and all of that. But with that being said, then you got some of these other teams they just added, like Utah was one, BYU, Cincinnati, Arizona, and Arizona State. So, and of course, TCU and Houston. A few other teams that was added to the Big 12 just not too long ago. They're all going to be competitive teams. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be. I don't see nobody out of Big 12, really competing for a national championship. Now they could make it to the playoffs. A team like Utah can make it to the playoffs, but actually competing for the national championship, I don't see that. I don't see that at all. But with that being said, Colorado's got a good chance to really compete in that Big 12. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you they're going to win the Big 12. I don't see that happening. But they could be competitive. You know what I'm saying? I think they could come out with a winning conference record. So that's very important. That's a big milestone for Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Having a winning record, another milestone for Colorado. For years, they was going on damn near a lose streak for years. And of course, we know Deion's first year, started off hot, but ended bad. So they ended with a losing record. Now this year, right now, they sit at 3-1. Now, of course, it's a young season. It's got a long way to go. But with that being said, Colorado's out there competing. And you know why they compete? Because they got Deion out there doing his thing, Schnur doing his thing. You got Travis Hunter out there doing his thing. So with that being said, I like what Deion's got going on. Now, this part of the Deion, I'm trying to understand with the media. I mean, his thing with the media, man, he's like he's got a grudge against the media. Even though back in the days, guys, for those who don't know, after he left football, Deion was part of the media. He was part of CBS football team. He was part of the NFL network. So he was part of the media. He was one of those guys talking about these coaches, talking about players and all that. Now, he wasn't doing it on a college level. He was doing it on the NFL and pro level. But yeah, he was part of the media. So he kind of understands the workings. He understands the inner workings of the media. But man, he feels like they out to get him. And so guess what? My man Deion got something to say. With that being said, let's go to some highlights, man. Because guys, in case y'all didn't know, you just had to watch the game. And so I forgot what happened Saturday. I had an event Saturday. And when I got home, got in the shower, I said, man, let me see what game's on. I seen Colorado and Baylor was playing. I turned on that Fox broadcast, man. I like Fox broadcast with the combination of they usually have with Gus Johnson and all them guys, and then you have Mark Ingram, Quinn, Matt Liner, and all them doing a little show. Of course, you have the coach, which is what's my man? He used to coach for Florida, Ohio State, as well as Jacksonville before he got fired. Damn, I can't think of his name, but he's part of the commentary. So they're very entertaining. Let me say that much. I like listening to them. Their insights, very insightful. Usually has a lot of good insight on what's going on with the teams and all that good stuff. So it's very entertaining. So I like watching all that. Will you do a post-game review tonight? I will be talking about that game. I don't know which game you're talking about, though, Miss Fanman. I don't know which one you're talking about. You talking about which one? The Bengals and the Washington Commanders, or the Buffalo Bill and Jacksonville game? I don't know which game you're talking about. But let's keep it going. He only addressing the ones who are taking personal shots at him. I know that's right. But I seen the clip with Paul Feinbaum, average man. I don't know if you've seen that yet. He's talking to Urban Meyer. That's it, Urban Meyer. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jeffrey. She said, "Go Blue." I'm assuming she is a Michigan fan. Oh man, shout out to Michigan. They struggled the first game of the season, but they found somehow to turn it on and had a big win against USC. That was a good win for Michigan. So shout out to them. With that being said, I'm gonna go to this highlight because man, it was a hell of a game. If y'all didn't get to see the Colorado and Baylor game, y'all missed a treat. Y'all definitely missed a treat. But let's go to it. So, guys, right then and there, that was a Hail Mary pass, man. That was about a 40-yard pass to man and complete. And if y'all didn't see it, it was raining out there. It wasn't raining hard, but it was raining. So when you got rain and ball could be slick sometimes. Fortunately enough, my man had his stickum gloves on. That's what we call them gloves. Those stickum gloves on, and he was able to catch the ball and complete the pass. They did review it, and they did determine that it was a touchdown. And, of course, they kicked the extra point to tie the game. But if you've seen a prior play to that, where number 14, who was having a decent game that game, wide open pass, would have scored on that play. He just dropped the ball. Now, the problem is, and I was telling my wife, we was at my daughter's flag football game, was you have to attack the ball. I hate it. And when I coach football, I used to teach my boys this. You have to attack the ball. I hate when guys wait for the ball to come to them, right? I hate that. That to me, that's lazy football. So you have to attack the football. So when I say you have to attack the football, that means you go get it. You don't just sit there and wait where no, go get it. And part of going to get it is actually catching the ball with your hands, not your chest. Because that's what that guy tried to do in that previous life. He tried to chest catch it, bounce off his chest, and catch it in his hand. Well, guess what? He hit off his chest way harder than I guess he expected, and he didn't catch the ball. Now, if they had lost that game, he would have looked like a fool. Because that was a pass straight to him. Shut up. Should have caught that pass with his hands. No defender around him. Nobody around him. But yet you still try to catch it with your chest. I don't understand that. To me, I don't consider you a good receiver if you got a chest catch it like that. Now, if you have no choice to chest catch it like that because you are being hounded by a defender, I understand. But that wasn't the case. He was wide open. There was nothing to you, an opportunity in front of you. And you blew it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness it didn't end like that. And you at least had a chance to win in overtime. So that play right there, that big catch, that got him set up for the overtime. Now in overtime, the Colorado football offense was on the field, so they flipped the coin. Of course, they flipped the coin, and Baylor won the toss, and they selected for them to go first. So they went first, and they went down there, drove down there, and scored. Bam. But then Colorado had to go down and stop Baylor from scoring. Now, the rules now is changed. I don't know if y'all know this or not. They get the opportunity to get 2 first downs before they score, and that's what they did. Baylor got 2 first downs and was on goal line, but they came up short, and they was driving. And it wasn't like Colorado was doing a hell of a job to stop them, because they wasn't. Colorado was not doing a hell of a job to stop. So they got down there to that goal line, and they just couldn't punch it in. Why? Well, I'm going to show you why. So, guys, right then and there, that's why. So, in case y'all didn't know, couldn't really see or tell, that was Travis Hunter who made that big play. Shout out to Travis Hunter, one of the best two-way players in college football. Probably one of the best two-way players in college football history. Let me say that right now. Definitely should be invited to New York for a Heisman. He should definitely be there. I don't know why he shouldn't. If they don't invite that man for to New York for a Heisman, man, I lost all respect for the Heisman Trophy. All respect for the Heisman Trophy, because that man's that good of a player. And it's not for the best offensive player. It's for the best college player, but no matter the position. But with that said, hey, shout out to that guy for making the tackle, making a play, putting his helmet on the ball. That's what you teach your kids. You put the helmet on the ball. This guy ain't shit. He said, attack the football unless you play in Kansas City. It's a pass interference. He said, facts, go get it. She said, facts, go get that ball. Don't be waiting for it to come to you. Go get it. Wow, then the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, yeah. Look here, man. He was wide open. Now, I don't know who his receivers coach is, but whoever he is, they should have ripped into his ass. I know we won, but please believe you me, you about to get this smoke. Because you had an opportunity of being a hero, and you found a way to screw it up by dropping the ball on a wide open catch. Now, of course, Shadura couldn't really rip it too much because we didn't have the time. We still got to score. I know you dropped the ball, but I'm saying, man, what happened? Please believe me. Doing film study, something's going to be said. Doing film study in the position room, something's going to be said. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about why you wide open and you dropping this goddamn pass. That's definitely going to have to be a conversation. How do you drop a pass that wide open like that? I don't understand it all. I don't understand it all. There shouldn't be a conversation. You're gonna have to get on that jug machine. You're gonna be catching 100 balls this afternoon or the next day of practice. That jug machine is gonna be coming at you full speed. You better catch all these balls. Ain't gonna be no excuses. None at all. Let's get out there and work. Get out there and work, because, man, thank goodness that receiver came behind you and caught that pass and tied up. And thank goodness Travis Hunter ended the game creating a fumble. Shout out to Colorado. They 3-1. I'm happy for Deion, man. I'm rooting for that brother, man, to do well. I'm rooting for that brother to do well. They hating on prime time. Too much to give him the Heisman advice. Hey, I hope that's not the case. Average man, I hope you're just talking, and I hope that's not the case, because that brother deserves the opportunity of being in New York, of hearing his name called for the Heisman. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say he's going to win it, but he definitely deserves to be one of the 4 to 5 players invited to New York with the opportunity of winning the trophy. I'm going to just say that much. But with that being said, let's keep it going. Now, y'all know what time it is. It's time to talk about NFL. It's time to talk about the greatest sport that the good Lord has blessed us with, and that's NFL football. Thank God for the NFL. But we're going to talk about this. As you all know, I talk about my Chicago Bears, and that's my favorite team. And I can admit my team has not been playing up to par. But with that being said, there's some bright spots that I do see about my team. One of the bright spots I see about my team is the defense. So like I said earlier, the defense has been playing really good. We've been really competing out there, really doing what we need to do on defense, stopping teams, holding teams. You know what I'm saying? Teams are not just like they out there just running a score up on us. If I go through the game log, it'll tell you that's not the case. So like the other day, we lost 21-16. It's not like they were just ran away with it in the game. They didn't. If you look at the week before when we played Houston, we lost. I think it was 19-12. I think is what the final score was. 19-13, I'm sorry. And if you look at week 1, we ended up winning 24-17. So, guys, it's not like we out there getting blown out, getting the break speed off of it. That's not the case. You know, we're losing, but we're not. It's a close game. Now, I know y'all going to say, oh, wow, hey, there you go with that participation trophy. No, it's not about that. But you always want to see a level of improvement with your team. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things you look for, especially in a young team, you know, with a young quarterback, a young receiver, and, you know, saying line who hasn't been playing up to par. You want to see how they compete and want to see if they are competing. You know, we could be, you know, the Las Vegas Raiders and just out here just getting our ass handed to them by teams like the Carolina Panthers. You know, could you imagine being a Raiders fan and you getting your ass handed to a team that should go 0-18 really, but somehow they found a way to beat your team? Huh? Could you imagine that? I can't imagine it. I think that's crazy. But guess what? Teams got them problems. My team doesn't. Or you could be the San Francisco 49ers and losing to guys like the Los Angeles Rams. Could you imagine losing to the Rams when you're supposed to run away with this division and you losing to teams like the LA Rams? That is crazy. I couldn't imagine that. I'm glad I can't either. I'm glad I can. Or you could be, you know, out here looking crazy like the Cleveland Browns, huh? I could be the Cleveland Browns right now and losing the teams that has a quarterback named Daniel Jones and the New York City Giants. Could you imagine losing to a team like that? I know I can't. So, with that being said, I guess, my team is not that bad. I could be losing to teams like this. I could be playing against teams like this and getting their ass handed to them. And this guy come here and say some shit like this. Same record as the Bears. Tommy, this is true. But it's about who you lost to. That's who you got to evaluate. You lost to some bad teams, man. Not good. Not good at all. I'm just saying. That mofo defense gave my Texas team fits. Yes, we did. Unfortunately, we came up short. He said the Bengals score first. Jamar Chase, touchdown. I know that's right. Guys, in case y'all didn't know, in my pick'em league that I'm in, I took Tampa Bay and the Bengals. And unfortunately, Tampa Bay let me down. So I got one team left to continue to survive. So I need Cincinnati to win tonight so I can keep it going. So when somebody said the Bengals scored the first touchdown, I hope that's one of many. Another little fun fact is Joe Burrows is my fantasy quarterback. So I need him to be successful as well tonight. Let's go, Joe Burrows. Fetterman said, I think them big scores in the preseason gave y'all hope. I don't expect y'all to be worth-free. Damn. Come on now. Sister Show know how to kill a man's dream, don't she? Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. Somebody translate this bullcrap language this man's speaking. He's speaking Minnesota Viking language. What the hell does this mean? Yeah, I won my fantasy, both leagues. Chase can get more than 35. I hope he scores 50. And hope you lose. I hope you lose, or I guess he scored 50 on your sorry behind. I'm just saying. With that being said, man, look here. My team got to turn around. Guys, we're going to turn around. Let me say that. We are going to turn. We're not going to continue this losing streak of 2 games right now. We're on a 2-game losing streak. But with that being said, let's look at the schedule so I can see my next victory come into play. So as you can see, guys, we play the Los Angeles Rams next. It's going to be a challenging game, but I think a game we can win. Then we got Carolina. Then we head on to London and play the Jacksonville Jaguars. So our next 3 games are winnable games for us. Now, hopefully our line continues to get better. We'll continue to work and get better as a line so we can defend and block for Caleb Williams so he is not after the pressure and be pressured into throwing these silly turnovers, silly interceptions like he did the game against the Colts. Now, one of them I didn't understand because that really wasn't his fault. The guys bounced the ball off his helmet. He should have caught the pass, but he did. That one in the first quarter was real bad. That was a bad interception, Caleb, because you really put them in a position to score, and they did score a touchdown on us in that turnover. So that turnover, like, it hurts, man. They really do. It's all about when the turnovers are, truth be told. But, man, you had a turnover, and you was down there on the 30-yard line. So they only had to go 30 yards before they scored, and they did. It's just unfortunate it happened to us. But you live and you learn, and hopefully he keeps developing. But we'll see. Jeffrey said, hell against the Rams. Come on, man. Jeez. Matthew said, don't waste your breath on them windy losers. Now, if you a certified hater, they're not going to do about it. I'm going to pray for you, though, brother. I promise you. Caleb's going to have all y'all looking signed in Utah. Hey. Average man, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. I promise you I wouldn't. Rams are going to beat y'all with the walk-off field goal. Book 2 wins against the Panthers and the Jags. I hope you're right. But I would like to get 3. That has put us at a 3-2 mark. We'll see. Y'all ain't got it next. Well, let's see what it say. Y'all ain't got it this next game, but maybe afterwards. Tee. Rams are too excited that they won, so I'm thinking they're going to keep the hunger above another week. But I hope y'all knock off a shout out. What? I hope you knock the snot out of them. Okay. Don't hurt nobody. But do some damage on the board. We'll see. Man, how that 13-4 looking? We still got a chance, Matthew. It's glim, but we got a chance. Hater. Goddamn hater. Guys, man, I don't know what's wrong with it. Look, we're going to be all right, man. It's going to take some time. We're going to be all right. We're going to get it together. Yeah, I know I predicted 13-4, and it's looking bad right now because I thought we'd probably be about 3-1 right about now, but instead, not 3-1, 2-1. Instead, we're not. We are 1-2, but we, guess what? We are going to go on a win streak, and we're going to have a winning record. We're going to win these next 3 games going into the bye week. Yes, we are. So I'm feeling confident that it'll take us to 4-2. The hell with you, Matthew? You a hater. There's nothing I can do about that. Oh, man. With that being said, look at guys, I'm going to get out of here because I want to go watch some Monday Night Football. And I got some good dinner down there. And I got to go eat. I'm hungry. I need some nourishment. But guess what? This Wednesday, we're going to be doing a reaction show to Pop the Balloon. Guys, I don't know if y'all been watching the show. I've been watching it lately. So Wednesday, I will be doing a reaction live on Pop the Balloon. I can't wait till y'all join me. I might even drop the link. So see what y'all thoughts is. I might. It won't drop tonight because I knew I wasn't going to go too long. But I just had to make sure I had to get back in. I had to make sure I had to get back in good graces with you guys because I missed you. It's been a while. Had to take a week off. I was just moved. I had to unpack. Had some things to move it and shake it, so I couldn't do a show. I was moving. But now that I'm somewhat settled in, right? I'm somewhat settled into the new home. Still unpacking boxes, but, it's going to take some time. Doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. It took time. But, guys, I'm looking forward to y'all guys seeing the setup. It's going to be nice. I still got a few things I got to get put out, presented, so y'all can see. Because, see, some of these things y'all didn't get to see because it was out of your eyesight. So now y'all get an opportunity to see my action figures. I got a lot more to put out. So looking forward to displaying those, as well as my new sign that I got. And I can't wait for y'all to see it. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Y'all have a great night. Y'all be safe, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. And you guys who are over at the round table, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you coming through. And much love. More videos to come. I promise you I'm going to drop more videos, more reactions, more behind the scenes. And guess what? The basement members, I'm going to get back to doing that again. I know I kind of got away from it a little bit, but for my basement members, you are definitely going to be get to see some more videos and highlights. I can't wait to bring some more good content for you guys to see that you the general public can't see. Now, general public, you have the opportunity. You guys have the opportunity to become members right here. I will drop the, matter of fact, let me do y'all a side. I will drop the link in the chat. So for those who haven't become a members, need to join. You guys need to join the membership so you guys can also get the opportunity of seeing the behind the scene things that I like to share with the basement members, the basement dwellers, as I like to call them. So guys, right here, here's the link. And I'm going to definitely make sure I pin it to the top, but also make sure I drop it again for those who didn't get a chance. Here's the link for you guys to join the membership. Guys, it's reasonable price. It's not expensive, not overly expensive. I know some guys who have them 5 to 10 to 20 and all this big money. I'm not gonna try to bust your heads, guys. I ain't gonna sit there and tell you that. I'm not gonna try to bust your heads. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. But the membership's pretty reasonable. So, guys, please take the time and the opportunity to join the membership. You will not regret it. You will not be disappointed. You get to see a lot of behind-the-scene things. Another thing is, if you hadn't had the opportunity, I do have another channel that I share with my man Taylor, and we talk about NFL, football all the time. It's called the NFL Roundtable. So if you guys hadn't had the opportunity to join that channel, take the opportunity to subscribe to it. Take the opportunity to subscribe to it. Over there, we will be talking about all football all the time. All football all the time. Excuse me. We'll be also talking about a little bit of college football. Not much, but we will talk a little college football over there. Because, of course, you know, after these guys, guess what? In case you didn't know, these guys all went to college. So they had it before they became pros. They went to college. So we're going to talk about that too. And it's also going to help us during the time when we talk during the draft. When the draft comes around, we're going to have some type of familiarity with some of these guys because we're going to touch on some of these guys when they did play in college. So, you know, one of the guys like Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, when they eventually turn pro, guess what? We're going to be able to talk about them because we talked about them already while they were in college. So please make sure you guys tap in on that channel. If you haven't had the opportunity, do that. Make sure you do that. And so what I will do too as well, I will put that link so you guys can subscribe to the NFL Roundtable channel. So let me do that as well. Try to make it easy on you guys, right? Try to make it easy on you guys. So make sure you guys, as soon as this stream is over, you go over and make sure you subscribe. Family said, charge your worth. But I will eventually raise the prices on it. But right now, I want to be fair to the people. I want to be fair to the people and give them and get them in there so they can enjoy for a moment. But there will be a time when my channel starts to grow and grow that I will be raising the price. But this is not the time. Not just yet. Not just yet. But I appreciate you, ma'am, for the positive encouragement and kind words and what you said. Charge your worth. I know that's right. Shout out to Feminine. Shout out to her. And shout out to my lovely wife who's supposed to be moderating. But for some reason, I haven't noticed her put anything up lately. She must have bailed on me. Shout out to her for being the lovely moderator that she is. And I appreciate her too. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you being here. And this guy just had to get a last-minute dig in, didn't he? Back to the game, loser. I have to hate and watch the Bengals. Vikings Nation. Look who decided to finally show back up. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you being here. And I will see you on the next one. Shout out to Fem. She said sub as we speak. I know that's right. She's a woman of action. Shout out to her for the act. But with that being said, guys, I'm cooking. You're good, Hank. I know that's right. Ain't nothing like a good home cooked meal. and I need some nourishment. With that being said, guys, I know I said it about 3 times by now, and I'm eventually get out of here. But I'm going to do it now. I promise you I am. Guys, y'all have a good one. And look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday at the Pop the Balloon, I Find a Love review. Can't wait until then. Right on.